Today is the 11th day of the Omer, which is 1 week and 4 days. And as we progress towards the holiday of Shavuot, the holiday of receiving the Torah, and we count the 49 days, each day, as we explained earlier, has a certain quality that is associated with it. Today is Netzah shebagvura. Gvura, which means strength, which means discipline, whether it is self-discipline or disciplining others or educating your children with showing them the discipline, how they need to act. This is the theme of the whole week. But today, we focus on Netzah, which means eternity within strength, within discipline. Eternity means also to be consistent. Not just a discipline, just a spurt of once in a while, that type of thing. You have to have eternity, you have to be consistent. And when we think of Netzah, we think also about the eternity of the Torah, the eternity of Am Yisrael. There are many times things that are just in fashion and they change, and one day it's this way, then maybe next year it'll be differently. No, in the Torah and Am Yisrael there is a certain aspect of consistency, of being the same and constant. That way also in Gvura, in matters that have to do with discipline. Today we think about the aspect of being consistent, of the eternal aspect, of being continuously involved in this aspect of discipline, not a discipline that emanates just from a momentary fear or momentary situation, but rather something that is consistent, that is eternal. So this was about some of the quality of the day, as each day we focus on certain aspects of spirituality leading up to the day of receiving of the Torah. This period also of the year we read and learn Pirkei Avot. So we learn a Mishnah from Pirkei Avot. This is from the first chapter. Yehoshua ben Perachia v'Nitaya Arbeli kibelu mehem. So Yehoshua ben Perachia and Nitaya Arbeli, who were major scholars, received from the previous rabbis that were mentioned earlier here in the Mishnayot. Yehoshua ben Perachia Omer. Yehoshua ben Perachia used to say, Aseh lecha Rav. Make for yourself a Rav. Make for yourself, in other words, have a Rav, a rabbi, a rabbinic authority that you turn to ask for guidance when you need to take a decision in certain matters, when you need to know what the halakha is in certain cases. Many situations arise that you need to have the opinion of Torah. What is the Torah on this or that subject? Because we should guide our actions based on what the Torah indicates. So when you have a Rav, someone who's a learned person, you can turn to, that will give you the guidance. So each person should have a Rav that he turns to. Even important rabbis have themselves a Rav that they approach and ask questions when they have to make decisions that have to do with halakha. And it could be even a simple thing like, am I allowed to do this on Shabbat or not? Is this permitted or not according to halakha? Ukne lecha chaver. And you should acquire for yourself a friend. What is kne lecha chaver? Friendships are very important. But to have a friend, you have to acquire him. You have to invest into the friendship. You have to, sometimes it involves giving gifts. It could be expressing friendship yourself. You have to invest and nurture the relationships with your friends so that your friends will then in turn have friendship towards you. So very important to invest and acquire and put what the friendship deserves. You put into it so that you acquire the friendship of others. And you should judge the whole person or all the people favorably. What does it mean? It means all too often, and unfortunately, we judge people and assume that they did something wrong, and many times maybe they didn't mean what we think they meant, or maybe they have attenuating circumstances that if we were aware of all the circumstances surrounding what they did, maybe we would justify their action. So always judge people favorably. Is another also explanation. Judge the whole person favorably. He may have acted wrong in that specific case, but think about his persona in general, what type of person he is, everything else that he does. And if you consider all the aspects that are associated with that person, he'll say he's a good man. Okay, so he stumbled one time. I had once a beautiful explanation that was given by Rabbi Klein from Tzfat. He said, what does this mean? You judge the whole person favorably. He says, imagine yourself, there's a trash can, and a person doesn't want to get close to it. It's a trash can after all. Who wants to be next to a trash can? Let alone, look into it. But someone comes along and says, you know what? There's a 4-carat diamond that fell into that trash can. What would you do then? Most people will say, what? A 4-carat diamond in the trash can? All of a sudden, the trash can is not so disgusting. It's not something that you want to stay away from. You might want to search for that diamond inside the trash can. So that way also with the person. He may have acted wrongly, but think about the beautiful neshama that is there. Think about everything that he's, all the good things that he's done, all the good that he's capable, or the fact that he was created by Hashem is already something that is very special about that person. He's Yetzir Kapav Shel Abore. He was created by Hashem. That's a tremendous quality in itself. So even though he's acted wrongly, once you look at the whole person and consider all the aspects, you'll judge him favorably, and you find way to look at him in a positive manner. Yes, you may have to discipline him, you might have to show him the right path, but judge him favorably. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.